Hello! This is Mindy. Mindy used to be a patron of mine on Patreon. But fuck Patreon. Fuck 'em. But Mindy was a patron, and so paid her dime and gets her shout out. And I, for one, think she's an awesome person. Thank you very much, Mindy. God. Every time I see that picture of me in that fucking Pikachu hat, I look so fat. Anyways, so I always try my best to help you guys understand exactly why it is that I have the perspective that I do. Sometimes I fail miserably. Sometimes I'm wildly successful. I think that this should be wildly successful. I think that from here on out, whenever you see me talk about, you know, a Riley video or Steve Shives, something that he says, or yeah, Christy Winters or any of them fucking nutbags, or Anita, you know, all the fucking nutbags that talk the really crazy shit. Like, after seeing this video in the context in which I'm going to address it, after that, maybe you'll understand, like, my frustration sometimes. Maybe it'll all come crashing home and you'll go, oh my God, it's like that. Yeah, it's like that. So I think what I found is a honest comparison, because legitimately it is on this level to me. When I hear some of the shit that these people say, I'm essentially watching this video. In my mind, it's this ludicrous. But I'm going to show you this video so that you can kind of go, oh God, it's like that for him. Because you'll watch this video and you'll feel just as fucking aggravated at this dumb bitch as I do about all the dumb bitches that I talk about. So it'll be really interesting because it'll give you my perspective, like it'll give you that key element of perspective. I literally look at these people like you're going to look at this person. And I can say this flat out because no matter who you are, I think statistics are very much on my side. The 99, there might be one of you in the entirety of my YouTube career that sees this video and goes, I think that's a great philosophy. Maybe one. So I feel pretty positive about this. I think this is going to really drive the point home of what it's like for me to watch this shit all day long some days. And why I want to throw in video game videos every once in a while. And why sometimes I just can't do the drama. You know, like, because it gets to where it numbs my brain and I don't like that. So, yeah, this is a big setup. And you know, if you're setting up something, it better be fucking good. And I'm telling you, I got the goods.
What you're doing and what you surreptitiously advocate, dangerous?
I don't advocate it. In fact, I've spent 3 years traveling the world telling people that it's completely unnecessary and not to do this unless there is a calling so deep within them that they are guided beyond anything to do that.
And do it with care if it involves starving yourself.
It's not starving. If you've read my literature, it's not about starvation and it's not about fasting. It's about matching frequencies with this divine force that drives every breath. It's a spiritual initiation, Richard.
Well, going without food involves starving yourself.
Depending on your experience.
Now already, I can imagine you guys are saying to yourselves, fucking great setup, Andy. You talked all this fucking horse shit about yourself, and you didn't say anything about the goddamn video. I did that on purpose. I wanted you to see that and be confused. Why the fuck are they talking about starving themselves? What the fuck? This lady is a breatharian. She believes that she doesn't need to eat food or drink water. That she gets all the nutrients she needs from the fresh air she breathes every day. God damn, my mouth is dry. Give me 1 second, please. God damn. God, my mouth's fucking killing it. Anyways, so she believes that she gets all the nutrients she needs from the air. She sustains herself on air itself. And she didn't need anything else, right? So the reason they're talking to this dummy on fucking 60 Minutes is because, believe it or not, she actually convinced people that this was the way to go. And people died, like you do when you don't eat or drink for a week. You know? So, yeah. That's why they're talking to her on 60 Minutes. That's why she got 60 minutes stage time. Because she's breatharian. So, I told you I got the goods. Think of it like that. Think of me watching Riley as you watching this.
So this woman died following your regimen, is that
I
fair?
have no idea. It's not my regiment. It's a regiment that's been practiced for thousands of years that I happen to report on.
That you support?
I support it as a wonderful initiation for people who are very well trained.
That you effectively promote by writing books like this?
No, it's not a promotion, more about sharing research.
No, effectively promote by writing books like this. The act of writing books like this, I suggest to you, is effectively promoting that regimen that resulted in the death of this woman and others.
And I effectively promote in that book absolute self-responsibility, use of personal discernment and self-mastery. Richard,
Your responsibility to people who are silly enough to starve themselves.
None of the people who are involved in this see it like that.
Like, she's writing books talking about how wonderful it is to not have to fucking eat or drink. People are dying. And this is, I mean, you can tell this is an old clip. This is old school, man. This is back when journalists were fucking journalists. And they didn't put their own personal bias in it. He's not telling her what a terrible person she is. He's sitting there going, you're promoting this. Like, you understand, this is factual. That you are promoting this when you write these books talking about how you can do this. You're convincing people that this is possible. It's fucking not. And people are dying. Like, these are facts. It may sound like because I'm upset, but fucking this is fact that I'm telling you. Like, dude, I love that kind of fucking journalism. That was some good stuff, man. 60 Minutes back in the day. I'm so glad my dad fucking made me watch 60 Minutes every goddamn week for the entirety of my life. It honestly, it's been a good experience for me. I've learned a lot.
Physical reality operates in bands of 7, with 7 subplanes or sublevels, octaves, in each band. There are 7 chakras, 7 colours of refracted white light, and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look, ma'am, that's just plain gibberish.
Of course it is. You've never been exposed to this. Have you ever researched this? Have you ever experienced it? No.
See, what I find very, very difficult is whether you believe this gibberish and are therefore in need of some help, or whether you don't believe it and you just put it forward and it makes you a fraudster.
Don't you think you should leave it to the audience to decide and the people who've bothered to do in-depth research into what I'm actually saying to decide?
Oh my god. Like, it's pretty fucking basic. Like, if you don't drink water for an extended amount of time, you get really fucking thirsty. Like, it's pretty basic biology. Babies understand it. They cry when they're fucking hungry. You know? So, like, and she's sitting there going, oh, she's research. Hey, don't you think you should leave it up to the audience to decide if starving yourself is a good idea? Oh yeah, let's bring every single fucking unskilled poor person we possibly can into this country, because that'll make it better somehow. What?
As we know, when we experience personal paradise and take full responsibility for our lives, then we'll have a wonderful chance of creating global paradise.
New Age claptrap, half-baked spiritualism. Call it what you will. But it seems there are plenty of gullible people around to swallow the tripe Jasmaheen serves up.
And just fucking look at them all sitting there. Like, again, look at them all sitting there. You look at each one of those people and you go, yeah, I get why you're sitting there. You know what I mean? Every time I see a white person that's like, oh, I totally think that we should just give black people everything that we own because we owe it to them because of slavery. You look at those people and you go, yeah, I can see you thinking that.
These chi masters that are so powerful with their radiation, their emanations of energy, they have found that through their chi emissions or chi emissions into a crowd, 300 out of 400 people attending automatically stop eating just like that.
And everything, it's just horseshit. You just listen to the fucking things that they say and you go, are you shitting me?
How many followers do you think you have?
We have no followers because we're dealing with intelligent, switched-on people who don't need gurus.
Yeah, dude, I totally feel you. There's just a fucking blank stare of disbelief. We don't have followers because we're dealing with enlightened people.
Sorry, run that past me again.
We have no followers. I write books. I put information out on the net. If people feel it works for them, they may apply some of the principles.
How many supporters?
Probably 100 million.
100?
100 million.
You're doing well.
We are.
And you think about that shit. You look at their fucking subscriber count. And it's like, fucking Riley has like, I don't even know. I don't even know. Fucking so many more than I do. Like, I'm talking all this rational fucking common sense type shit. And 100 million. PewDiePie has 56 million subscribers? And he's the most subscribed dude on YouTube. 100 million? And she's telling people this, that you can starve yourself!
If we are to believe Jasmaheen practices what she preaches and eats virtually nothing at all, then she's remarkably healthy. But should we believe her?
I don't take any solid foods. I'm a breatharian. I have been for 19 years.
Back in the early 80s, Californian Wiley Brooks preached much the same message as Jasmaheen and built quite a following until he was caught coming out of a fast food store with a chicken pie.
I'm not taking this. I'm not taking this to a racial place. Because it doesn't matter. This sort of thing could happen to anybody. But, funny side story. The dude I used to work with, right? He was, he was a supervisor for his shift. or supervisor or lead operator, I don't remember which, but he was an important guy on the shift, right? And not allowed to have food on the line, right? Not allowed to have food on the line. My buddy, you know, somebody asked him, "You want the last piece of my chicken?" And he was like, fuck yeah, I want it. And he's just absent-mindedly eating his fucking chicken, just walked onto the line with the chicken. And he got caught, and he got in trouble. He got demoted. He got demoted for taking that piece of chicken onto the line. So, you know, this is not the first time that I have seen chicken kind of fuck up a black man's shit. You know, I'm just saying, when it comes down to it, are white people really the oppressors? Or is it fucking chicken?
Brooks happens to be a close friend of Jasmine.
Wiley Brooks, yes, he's a fascinating man.
A fraudster, though.
Well, some people could say that, but I've been where Wiley's been. I'm there. He was seen coming out of a 7-Eleven McDonald's because he was travelling with a group of people who eat. I mean, would you like me to say, hey, Richard, we're travelling together, don't you eat? It's not really cool.
So he came out with a chicken pie, but he wasn't going to eat it himself.
That is the press.
And they all fucking get each other's backs. Like, when one of them says or does the dumbest fucking shit, they're all, oh, well, yeah, it's understandable in that situation.
Jasmine actually believes she can live without food or water. In fact, when we suggested a test, without hesitation, she agreed. So you're happy that we lock you up for 7 days and watch you die?
You wouldn't watch me die. I'd come out smiling and laughing of your holiday.
But you're happy that we lock you up for 7 days?
Can we do it somewhere really beachy and yummy?
No, lock you up inside.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
Now see, that's the beautiful thing about them. They really do believe, to the point of fucking arrogance. You know what I mean? Like, and that's where you kind of gotta look at them and go, they really are crazy, because these people really do believe, to the point of arrogance, and it's so awesome. It's almost their one redeeming quality, and honestly, it's the most despicable thing about them. So fucking, I don't know.
We installed Jasmine in a Brisbane hotel with a roster of female security guards in her room 24 hours a day to ensure she didn't eat or drink. Her progress was checked by Dr. Beres Wink, president of the Queensland branch of the Australian Medical Association. And by day 2, there were already problems.
So you're now over
And I did 4.
5% dehydrated.
I did 4 weeks today. You were pleased. Is that good?
No, it isn't good. Whatever the fuck you said, I don't give a shit. You're dying, you dumb bitch.
I don't know.
I love that guard's like.
If we let this go much longer, that's going to damage your kidney.
Day 3, and Jasmine was complaining that city pollution was limiting the nutrients she was able to derive from breathing fresh air.
And there's always some fucking excuse when shit goes wrong. When they finally get their way and shit goes wrong, always some fucking excuse how it's your fault.
We were stacking the test against her, she claimed. So we agreed to move to another location.
Oh, just smell the air.
We went 20 kilometres outside Brisbane to a place called Clear Mountain. Here, Jasmine was happy again.
Hey, maybe she'll bounce back. Maybe it really was the fucking pollution. Maybe they're right.
But starting to look gaunt.
No, they're not right.
By day 4, her condition had deteriorated dramatically. Her pulse rate was up, blood pressure down, and she had lost 6 kilos. It's Friday night. You started on Monday night. How much water have you had?
None.
None whatsoever?
No, I'm not allowed.
How much food?
None, I'm not allowed.
How are you feeling?
I feel really good now I'm here.
Look at that doctor looking at her like, you fucking moron.
You want a lay opinion?
A lay opinion?
A lay opinion.
Yeah, well, I'd look like I'd lost a lot of weight, and the doctor confirms that, yeah.
You're not looking real well.
No, I feel good.
You're now quite dehydrated, probably over 10%. getting up to 11%.
I think last night was 5%. My mouth's still moist and my skin's not bad, so...
And always, I don't care that things are going bad. It's still helping more people than it's hurting.
But the question is,
Her eyes are a little sunken. Her pulse is about double what it was when she started.
is she entering a dangerous period?
Very much so.
This is 4 24-hour days she's gone now. And what are the risks?
Well, the risks if she goes any further are kidney failure. She's burning up her fat and her muscle. That means she's hardly passing any urine.
That's true. I did 4 times today.
She wouldn't even look at her. She's just... God damn.
It's too dangerous to continue?
Very much so. Too dangerous to continue. 60 Minutes would be culpable if they encouraged her to continue.
Oh, shit.
So she should stop now.
So we're fucking, this is a wrap then. Okay, everybody pack up the shit. You're on your fucking own, eh? Bye. Hope you get some food in you before you die.
You should stop now.
Can you come to the intelligent view yet?
If my body tells me, yes.
That you can't survive on air?
No, that's not true because I've done it for a long period of time. And the last time, look, 6,000 people have done this around the world without any problem, Richard.
There's socialism in all these other countries and it works great for them. Fucking no!
But look, even to a layman like me, at the end of 4 days, I can see your body's collapsing. Will you yet
Because I've
come to...
spent 2 days fighting carbon monoxide poisoning. If 60 Minutes didn't put me beside the Story Bridge, the busiest main road, where like I asked for fresh air, like 70% of my nutrients come from fresh air, I couldn't even breathe in that place.
If only you guys wouldn't have fought this decision for so long, then people wouldn't be so angry and there wouldn't be so many terrorists.
Can you explain how she can believe this, given the evidence in front of her?
But I've done it before.
I can't, and I mean, the vast majority of the community out there don't believe for 1 second that Jasmine practices what she preaches.
And that is one of the saving graces. It's how Donald Trump got elected. The vast majority of people are like, fuck all this shit, man. I'm just going to work. Just leave me alone with all your horse shit and your days and your fucking pronouns. Ugh.
And
don't say such terrible things on national television and insult the audience out there.
And you're always insulting people when you talk against shit.
But unfortunately, there are a few people who may believe what she says, and I'm sure that's only a few. But I think it's quite irresponsible for someone to be trying to encourage others to do something that is so detrimental to their health and well-being.
It's irresponsible. At the end of the day, a lot of the shit they say, fucking irresponsible. It's okay to punch people if you just don't like them. It's irresponsible. It's just fucking irresponsible.
Sorry, run that past me again.